The Chicago Bears are searching high and they're searching low for their future at slot receiver. This is another one scouted by the Nomad Network. So we're going to talk about him a little bit. So let's get it cracking. Yo, 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 no maniacs, super no maniacs, and all in between. Welcome to another edition of Feed the Bears. I'm going to get in here quick and be pithy about this one because, this is, I think the Chicago Bears are definitely after their future at slot receiver. It's pretty at the combine. Obviously, they're looking for their future at slot receiver. I don't think they see it in Tyler Scott. I don't. And it's obvious. All you have to do is read the writing on the wall. What kinds of receivers are they looking for? What are their skill sets? And it's clear and obvious to me that slot receiver is something they think and deem is super duper important. They're looking for another player. And so basically, we know that Olamide Zaccheaus, we know that Devin Duvernay, they have 1-year contracts. They'll be here and they'll be gone before you know it. And their future is now. And so I do believe 110% that they're going to draft a slot receiver in this draft. And I think maybe grab a guy out of the UDFA market just to layer on top of it. But I do believe, and you just listen to Ben Johnson talk, and you know for a fact that he really looks at that slot receiver spot as the epitome of what the offense wants to be. That person that plays that slot, the passing game is kind of built around what that guy can do. And so funny, we're sitting here. This is Kelly Akharaiyi out of Mississippi State. Now, what you see on the screen is an image of him at Texas UTEP Miners. And so if you want to go and check him out, this would be my advice to you. Go and check out the 2023 tape at UTEP. You see more variety, more targets. His dynamics are on display a whole lot more when he's at UTEP because, I'm going to look at some numbers real quick and tell you guys what it looked like from last year to this year. So at UTEP, this year at Mississippi State, he had 25 receptions for 391 yards with a whopping 15.2 yard average with 2 touchdowns. That's pretty good. But in 2023, where he was a more featured piece at UTEP, he came through with 48 receptions, 1,033 yards with a whopping 21.3 yard average with 7 touchdowns. That's huge. Let me tell you really quick and just get to the point about this guy. I think what he reminds me of is a bigger Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's the kind of feature Kelly Akharaiyi brings to the table to me. The things that stick out about him, number one, he's a willing blocker. He's tough. He's physical. But the little things that you notice about a receiver that stands out different, the guy doesn't fumble the ball. He's great ball security, catches everything thrown at him. But his deep ball tracking ability, that hand-eye coordination I think that's a special feature for him. That's a very special feature. You throw that ball, you just throw it in the air, and that guy's hand-eye coordination, that kind of shows on tape, man. He's really going to stand out in that way when you guys go and look at the film. Those lollipop balls that he's coming down within his hands, it's just very difficult to do during the game. You know what I mean? It's hard enough to do that in practice, but you doing that during the game, consistently you'll see that over and over and over again. They just throw the ball up, and they know that guy's going to come down with it if it's in his vicinity. Great hands again. Great hand, catches everything. Great ball security. Another feature about him that really stands out is he's got cat-like agility. So when he catches the ball in the short area, people are diving at his legs, hitting him. They hit him pretty good, and he just doesn't. You have to wrap this guy and bring him down. That's one of those features that kind of reminds me of Amon-Ra St. Brown. He turns into a running back once he gets the ball in his hand. So very, very, very explosive, very dynamic. Now, I will say this. Most of the work you see him get is out of the slot. And that's not to say that he doesn't get X work. He doesn't get Z work. He's a pretty good-sized receiver. He's well-built. His lower body is especially strong. So this is one of those sleeper receivers in this draft class who just came to Chicago for a 30 visit yesterday. It's on the 14th. He's been here and gone. But their insistence on making sure that they get a good look at some of these slot receivers tells me a whole lot. I'm definitely leaning towards pretty much 100% certainty at some point during this draft, they're going to draft a slot receiver. You know, I don't know exactly what round, nobody knows, but to be fair, there's too many obvious tells to not believe that they won't draft the slot receiver here. They wouldn't be wasting all these 30 visits on slot receivers if they didn't plan on drafting one. But that's my take for this video, man. You guys go out and check Kelly Akharaiyi. My advice to you all is to go and look at his Texas UTEP video, 2023, the UTEP video. It's probably your best, if you like to look at highlights and different things like that, that's probably your best feature to kind of get an idea of what he can bring to the table. Go to the UTEP video in 2023. That will be my advice to you guys. But before I get out of here, I want to ask you guys to make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like and share it with your people, man. Let people know what we do over there. If you like the content, share it with everybody. But most importantly, hit that subscribe button if you like this content. Got plenty more coming out. And don't forget, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central, we have some extra sauce. And we're going to get down with that one. We're going to talk about a whole lot of stuff and get the mock draft going again. I know you guys wanted to do that on Sunday, but we'll make up for that on some extra sauce tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central. But that's what I have for this video. Thank you guys for coming in and watching and checking it out. And we'll leave you guys with these famous words. If you can think it and you can see it, there's no reason in the world why you cannot absolutely manifest it. Do not, and I repeat, do not be a prisoner of your own mind. Well, with that being said, I am